From the Seaside PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Hourly News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting Indiana's uber-conservative Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, a Republican, recently stated openly what many on the right have implicitly communicated for years: the belief that America is a Christian nation that should be governed by Christian values. Separation of church and state is, and always has been, a lie, a dangerous falsehood weaponized to dismantle our republic. Gee, I wonder what James Madison would have said about that, or maybe Thomas Jefferson, or frankly, any of the founders of this country. I wonder if they would have agreed. Beckwith, a pastor, not a historian, but a self-described Christian nationalist, wrote on social media, "From its very inception, this phrase was twisted to marginalize Christian values and strip away the moral foundation that has held America together. They want you to believe that faith and patriotism are separate, that you must choose between God and country. That is unacceptable. Don't fall for it. We are a Judeo-Christian nation. Our founders did not intend to erect a secular barrier between God and government." No, actually, they did. They did, and the U.S. Supreme Court even said so. And if necessary, we'll look up the exact script that they wrote, the exact decision that they affirmed that said that. They understood that faith and freedom are inseparable. Nope, they didn't. We must reclaim that truth and not let secular agendas undermine what it means to be American. Beckwith's claims about the founders are not correct. As LGBTQ Nation writer Dr. Warren Blumenfeld has outlined, James Madison and Thomas Jefferson were both staunch supporters of keeping religion and government separate. Every new and successful example, therefore, or a perfect separation between the ecclesiastical and civil matters, is of importance. Madison wrote in 1822, oh, there's the text. And I have no doubt that every new example will succeed, as every past one has done, in showing that religion and government will both exist in greater purity the less they are mixed together. And Jefferson wrote, Virginia's an act for the establishment of religious freedom, which became state law in 1786, and which experts have argued laid the foundations for the creation and passage of the First Amendment. The GOP's recent rise has coincided with the rise in the power of Christian nationalists who have been emboldened and supported by the political right to use religion to accomplish a set of bigoted policies promoting white Christian and hetero-cis supremacy. Beckwith, for example, as godly as he claims to be, recently shared a post from Indianapolis Shore Foundation Baptist Church leader Justin Zhang inviting him to a church service, appearing to approve of the invitation. The Shore Foundation Baptist Church made national headlines recently when lay pastor Stephen Falco used slurs and called for murdering gay people during a men's preaching night. How Christian of you. Beckwith's repost has since been deleted. The lieutenant governor also said in June that LGBTQ plus people in ancient history and all the way up to today have a, quote, demonic spirit associated with the Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar. That same month, he sent an alert to his followers on social media that Pride Month is a sign of pagan conquest that will bring ritual child sacrifice with glitter and hashtags. Well, everything does look better with glitter. I have to admit that. He claimed that Pride Month is part of a state corporate pagan alliance to reprogram society that forced people to listen to Harvey Milk sermons and support government-sanctioned grooming. Grooming is a word for tactics used by child molesters to gain the trust of their victims. Sounds like projection, Lieutenant Governor. When running for Lieutenant Governor in 2024, he referred to pro-choice voters as demonic. Indiana, where the hell do you come up with these assholes? Anyway, he said the Democrats had the Jezebel spirit and a boldness for immorality during a podcast interview last year. The host of the podcast said that the Jezebel spirit was ultimately about control, which is the spirit of witchcraft, as we know. That's what Jezebel operated in. Beckwith nodded along. You can't make this shit up, Stu. That's News Blast at this hour. If you are watching the video version of our news content on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast right here on PEP Radio.